Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is On the Anvil, episode 135. This is the show where we take you behind the scenes here at Dwarven Forge. We show you what we're working on, we show you some of the challenges we're facing, and we might just give you a glimpse of the future, especially tonight because it's an all-star forged episode for our upcoming campaign. This is a show that never has any technical difficulties. And mostly we hang out for 2 hours and enjoy a frosty. We already missed technical difficulty. Don't have our frosty beverages and talk tabletop. Hey, Chris, what's going on?
I got distracted setting up things. We have new cameras, so I'm
Look at this. I'm
testing those out, and this is my first time having to try and balance them for.
You know, I also didn't even think about people. I was just trying to get this whole table lit.
Yeah, you're blasting, and you're blasting every light we have in a zone directly in front of you. It's a whole thing, but it'll be fine.
Well, because guess what? We're doing something crazy tonight. We are going to fill a full 40K battle mat with Starforge pieces. So normally we kind of are covering like a little 2x2 area. We're trying to cover like a 6x4 area tonight. So it's going to be lively. And you know, to that end, we got a special guest. Anybody guess who the guest is?
Jonathan Warhammer himself.
The inventor of Warhammer.
The inventor of Warhammer.
Yeah. And his buddy Mike Military Pick.
Military Pick?
Yeah, it's the other, like, it's like a Warhammer, but it's got a spike. It's like a...
The David boarding action.
I'm sorry. Phil Partisan Pike. They're really quite a
You're
quite a
going for
crowd.
weapons. I'm just going for other Games Workshop properties. Yeah. Okay.
I was in the weapons world. But anyway, so we got Toby, Tofu Verde himself, the Tofu of Devastation. Here, we're gonna.
Those are both you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I get all those right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I also had to do that, and
Hydra Hunter.
I guess I should have. Yeah, if you want to repeat that, I have you.
Yeah, what's
have
your
your
other
mic
secret
on
name?
now.
Between platforms, I differentiate between Tofu Verde, Tofu of Devastation, and Hydra Hunter.
Because that time you wrestled the Hydra to the death, like naked in the swamp.
Every single head of it.
Yeah.
I was told Toby. I was told he wouldn't be coming on until after the news. And then Nate talked directly to him, so I had to.
I said, "Hey, what if we were just going to kind of bring Toby as a surprise?" And then I literally broke the whole plan that I made like 2 minutes ago.
Anyway,
this is kind of the norm, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, I'm thinking of
the McDonald even. Okay, see ya. So we're gonna go over some news. We got a couple things to announce. The biggest thing
literally
is
a couple.
It's gonna be just a couple. Yeah, it's gonna be short news today. We're gonna be. This might be the last on the Anvil before we launch.
I'll bet you $100.
Sure. We don't know what's gonna happen next week. We're in the final 2 weeks, so it's all day every day, kind of cramming to get ready for it. But we could do it tonight, so we're like, let's give you a look at these pieces, maybe some beans.
Hey, I have a piece of news.
What's up?
It's bad news. I only have 2 ciders. Is either of you not thirsty, or do I need a cup and we can share?
You guys could Lady and the Tramp one.
Wait, like spaghetti, put a hole in the bottom and drink from either side. Until we get to the middle of the broken glass. And
Yes.
Yeah. I'm in.
Perfect. Will there be an On the Anvil on release day? Probably not, because that is a Tuesday. We will have a launch stream. Yeah, we'll do a launch stream on Tuesday for sure. I'm gonna try to have like a I'm locking in what the stream schedule is gonna look like now. It's an interesting thing. Because
5 days a week or something. Is that the
5 days a week maybe? But there's also some stuff we want to do. Where like to do it, we'd have to do it on a weekend. So I don't know.
Well, we could take a break.
We're seeing what people want to do.
Well, we did 7 days a week, which seemed a little grindy.
I loved it, but it was the middle of the pandemic.
You also killed 6,000 wild boars to get to level 2 or whatever.
Yes, we will be streaming on launch. We'll be streaming most days during the campaign itself. The interesting thing is we're going to Adepticon the week after the campaign launches, and the crew that we're sending to Adepticon happens to be everybody that's trained on running the streaming setup. So I'm going to train some other people in the office to run some streams while we're gone. So we're going to try to keep the streams going even when the stream team is out at a con.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Mods
the only other thing you
gone,
need to know. If this is your first time watching, basically what this is a look at the process, the prototypes, the stuff we're working on. Everything is subject to change, although at this point, the pieces are kind of locked in because we're launching this stuff in 12 days.
But anything could change.
Anything could change if we get struck with a lawsuit or something, I guess. Some other act of God. I don't know why a lawsuit would be an act of God.
They're very litigious
Yeah.
deities. They they invented.
He did. I guess he did a lot of laws. Yeah.
He
The other
got
thing,
tired after 10.
Yeah. if this is your first time, we're
Do we have any new
giving-
timers? New timers? Is that what they're called? New.
If this is your first time, we're going to be giving away a $50 Dwarven Forge gift card at the break. There's no break. We just keep going.
Canadian
but
dollars?
Roughly an hour. Canadian dollars.
Wow.
I'm going to make Chuck figure that out.
Hey, Chuck.
All right.
And also, feel free to interact with us if you're new, and if you're old.
Yeah.
That's what we're here. We love the live Q&A. This is the whole point of this is to give you a unfiltered glimpse of what's actually happening in here and answering your questions live and getting to hear your thoughts. So feel free to hop in to the chat. We love to hear from you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get into
Can
the
they
news.
hear that too?
What's that?
Can they hear that too?
Yes, they can. That's the whole point. You want to get into the news?
Yeah, I thought we already did the news. I was like,
We did not.
I'm out of my mind.
We haven't done any news.
All right.
Hey, it's been...
It's the news. News.
You can't hit the table.
What's
I'm just
in the
watching
news,
everything.
Chris?
Well,
Toby is like, what is going on?
a solid third of our fan base just got tinnitus, so that's something. News. Wildlands Reforged, the campaign we ran on GameFound. We officially started shipping today. I was seeing in the Discord, some people have already gotten their shipping notifications.
What?
We're, I think, over a month ahead of schedule on that. Like, barely over a month ahead of schedule. I
Wait,
think
didn't we
were
say
saying
we were?
April.
I think it was March.
Did we say March?
I think so.
I
I don't
saw
know.
people
They'll
saying
tell
April.
us. I'm sure they will be happily tell us what we promised. But it's early.
Yes,
Moral of the story.
it's early. This may be the first time we've delivered early. I think Reliquaries might have been like a week early or something. Reliquaries was the first time we were like, oh, can it happen? And then I think we hit some kind of customs thing or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But we ended up delivering early, which is great because I think most of you are probably actually going to get your terrain before we actually even launch Starforged at this rate. So that's exciting.
That is amazing.
We're starting off with just like a small smoke test. It's a thing we do every time we're doing like a large shipment like this after a campaign.
We set some fire, right? That's
Yeah, we set some stuff on fire. See exactly how toxic it is. So basically we're just kind of sending out like a couple like today just to make
April.
sure that everything processes correctly and that's all good. And then we're gonna start really shipping in earnest tomorrow once it's like, okay, yeah, it's all working.
Chris was 100% right. It was April.
It was April. It's almost
Bam.
like that consumed my life for a couple months. And we're going to be shipping domestic and international at the same time. So wherever you live, good chance you're going to be getting a shipping notification over the next like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. There is a good amount of large orders, so it's going to take them some time to send it all out. But yeah, if you back that campaign, that's going to be coming.
It's strange because normally we just like to ship right in the middle of the other campaign, right? It's just
Yeah, this is our
really,
first time living early. When does the shop restock with Wildlands Reports in that case? Most likely what we're looking at is late March, early April, probably.
think
Depends
they
on
said
how this
after-
goes.
Didn't we decide after Starforged?
Yeah, he was
like-
considering after Starforged. I think ultimately it definitely won't be before late March. I can tell you that much.
Well, also we don't know exactly what's going to happen with shipping, right? There could
Yeah.
be. Remember that the container going to Germany?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not shipping that way this time,
No,
so I
but-
doubt that'll happen. We're just shipping everybody's pledges individually, which should get us around the stuff that happened in initial Wildlands. But if you're curious about the March restock, that's supposed to arrive somewhere in the second half of March as well. So we're probably going to wind up releasing that and the Wildlands Reforged stock together.
It's wild.
That depends on that just depends on how stuff plays out. So we'll let you know when we actually have like a firm date on all that.
But it's all moving.
Yes, it is all moving. GTO Fires here, new timer here on account of being EU and somehow still awake. That's fair. We try to stream. We try to do some streams that are at a more EU friendly time zone during the campaign. With the On the Anvil, we usually like have to do it after our own workday, so we can't really stream very early.
You know
on
why?
our usual On the Anvils. Why is that?
Because when Tyler's here, he's so loud. He's louder than the babies. We wouldn't be able to nobody be able to hear what's going on.
Yeah, he keeps hitting the table in the middle of sentences and everything.
Guy, a lunatic.
Yeah.
Lunatic, unhinged with his mustache. Has anyone seen his mustache? It's like, wow. I mean, I know we've seen it. It is magnificent.
Yeah. So we're really in the middle of all that. Was there anything else to say with that? Hey, Starforge launches on March 12th. If you're curious about that, it's the pieces you're going to be seeing. Doing it on GameFound.
That is 12 days, 13 days from now?
12. Well, I guess a little. It's between 12 and 13. It's
a week from this Tuesday. Next Tuesday. That's clear, right?
2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday.
Boom. It's coming soon. So we're losing our minds a little already. It's great.
Yeah. All right. And then there's really not a ton else to talk about. It's mostly just been that.
Yeah. Wildlands shipping. That's all. And did we say Adepticon? We did. We didn't.
Oh yeah, Adepticon. Yeah, we're gonna be going to Adepticon.
702, 701.
I can't remember off the top of my head. It'll be easy to find us.
Yes.
If you go.
Come to see us at Adepticon.
Yes, come see us at Adepticon.
Because you know what? We're gonna have a bunch of Starforge prototypes there, so you can actually see them in the flesh or in the resin.
Let's see. The other
that we make some of our
things out of flesh.
Yeah.
Well.
Like that.
The other,
I have no response.
Yeah, the other thing we got going on is you may know our friends over at GUI Cube. They've launched a project with Luke Gygax recently, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had time to look into it very much, but it seems to be doing well. And yeah, if you want to check them out, we do stuff with them at Gen Con.
He runs a really fun game show style stream at Gen Con with just the most absurd amount of giveaways you can imagine. Like, it's a giveaway like every 5 minutes. Like, basically the fun is, besides it just sort of being nonsense, there's just so much, like, just showering the audience with giveaways, including the remote viewers. It's fun. He's bonkers. Like, he's like, you know, the kooky mage in real life. Like,
The Cookie Mage?
yeah.
Like the guy they used to have on the front of the Cookie Crisp box?
No, like Tim the Enchanter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's the end of the news. There's no reason to prolong this.
We've driven that one into the ground. The news.
Yeah, there's not a ton to do. I think everybody else is probably too old to even get that joke. Let's go
Cookie
to
Crisp?
the build.
Cookie Crisp?
The Cookie Crisp Wizard.
And people remember Cookie Crisp.
Do that?
Yeah.
They
We
know
were
Cookie
just talking
Crisp,
about
but
the
the Cookie Crisp Wizard.
Yeah, I thought it was a rabbit. But that's Quisp.
It's changed. Well, Cookie Crisp has changed mascots a couple times. It used to be a wizard.
I thought it was a burglar. Wasn't it a guy with?
They did. They've changed several times. The wizard hasn't been around for a long time.
We were talking about the Nintendo cereal earlier.
Mm.
It was a short-lived '80s thing, I think. I don't know.
Let's look at some pieces.
Quisp.
So this is a mat. This is a mat that we don't make with some tape that we also don't make. Why don't we fill it with some things that we're making?
Gray Matter Games.
Yeah, they make a lot of. We actually have a lot of. We've been doing a lot of photography for Starforged on Gray Matter Games mats. They're pretty good quality.
So this is our new sci-fi line. Invisible pieces from the future, because in the future you build with it's all replicators, right? So it's invisible.
It's great for all your Wonder Woman campaigns.
Yeah.
Yeah. That really popular Wonder Woman RPG.
Are people playing the Marvel one? The Marvel Multiverse? No, the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game.
Oh, I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I assume it's got to have a fan base.
Yeah. Crisis Protocol. All right, so Toby, we got Toby in the house. So here's what we're doing. Tomorrow, we're gonna shoot sort of openers and closers for the intro video. Hey, we got Toby. We're not lit for our faces.
I just look like I'm in the dark.
And so the goal was to fill a table with all the pieces. So Toby and I have spent the last day and a half building, and we're pretty close to using up all the prototypes. but we did this really smart thing where we built it in another room and then had to take it apart and have to move it in here. Well, mostly because they were shooting here all day and whatever. Anyway, so we have to transfer this stuff. So Sil had the ready. She's like, why don't you do it on the air? You can build it and people can get a sneak peek of what you're going to do. And whatever. So we get to double dip, we do the work we had to do anyway, but you guys get to have a first glimpse of the intro shot of the intro video that's going to show all this stuff. And there may be
some beans,
like a bean,
probably. Yeah,
singular bean. I don't know.
one bean.
And if we didn't make it clear, Starforged is our science fiction terrain collection, our first in Dwarvenite that launches on March 12th on GameFound. There's a link in the link thing.
There's been a bean around. Yeah, there has been a bean leak, but only one.
The beans have been leaking.
Yeah,
Leaking beans. All right, well let's get jamming. So
Okay.
the downside is we biscuited a bunch of stuff together, so it's going to be pretty quick and easy to build.
Yeah,
but
they're
some of it's
also,
going to not be. Yeah.
big and fragile builds, so
And what you should do is probably ask us to zoom in on some bits if you want to see some details. Oh, I don't know why I still have this on here, but all right.
put this right on here. But
Yeah.
I could
Hey,
show
Zil.
my.
We were
my
just talking
elbow.
about
let
you.
me check real quick.
All the way up to the.
It's easier to move it before it's way down with a ton of pieces. Yeah, that's a really
Yeah.
good point.
Good.
now
Still's
it's-
here.
Anything else we should do
I
to it,
almost
Phil?
tripped.
Yeah. It's going to be. Yeah, the skirt's going to be an adventure. Can you pull it back to you like a quarter inch?
I'm trying.
Well, hey, another thing with this, because it's going to be kind of like a slower, casual building stream, this is a great time to ask any questions you have. I think we're going to be able to have kind of just broad-ranging conversations here.
As opposed to our usual
We're usually very
strict, very targeted, non-tangential.
We're usually very focused. We prep all the questions ahead of time. Any plants or animals, like in the set, or just in general? We like all have animals.
Yeah. We have just in this room. What do we've got what 6 or 7 animals just for the 3 of us in this room.
Mostly cats.
Yeah.
Probably exclusively cats.
I've got 3. You've got 2.
I got 2.
And you've got 1.
Yeah.
All right.
3.
What does that have to? 6. 6 is the magic number of cats.
How much to buy all the Starforge pieces you have right now?
A bazillion credits
Like all of
because
all of our prototypes?
we can't sell the prototypes.
Oh, in the sets? No plants or
Oh.
animals planned in the sets. We're doing a very non-organic.
What? We're not doing the dunk mini this time?
No,
Not
we're not
this
putting.
time.
No, dunk got cut.
Aw.
So our theory, one of our many design theories for Starforge was that we wanted to make the most sort of universal collection of core pieces that we could, because we didn't know when we'd go back to it takes us a long time to generally get back to biomes, so we didn't know when we were going to get back to sci-fi after this. So we wanted to sort of make us complete a collection of the most versatile basic pieces you could have, thus no pets. And we were also trying to work with a very limited piece count. We were trying to keep this thing under control. After we broke like whatever 220, I don't know how many pieces it was, 200 and something pieces in Lowtown. We were trying to show a modicum of restraint. Trying.
Question: what are each of your favorite pieces in this set?
Ooh.
If it's something that if it's a bean, I guess we can just say something we can't talk about yet. Is that the case for any? I think. I think my favorite is one we can't talk about yet.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your favorite piece, Toby?
He just says it. He just like drops like a.
Boom.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Like-
spoiler. No,
That's
there
my
you go.
move.
He just drops like our final stretch goal.
Chris is like delicately dances around the thing, and I just like drop it.
Just like
haphazardly.
drops on the
Yeah.
table. No,
Yeah.
I won't do that. I'm thinking.
Show the beans. We probably will at some point tonight. At least one.
If it happens, yeah.
If it happens.
I love so many of them, so it's hard. and I also have attachment to some of that because I sculpted them. Some of them.
Well, how about this?
Yeah.
What's the favorite
Yeah.
piece that you sculpted?
I mean,
Like, forget the
yeah.
favorite of the whole line. Like, what's your favorite one that you worked on?
Probably the redacted. No, I'm kidding.
The redact.
The gun has been shown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything,
Plastic
all of the launch pieces have been shown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the gun was really fun to work on, and I like that. And
It looks like a motorcycle.
yeah, it kind of does look like a motorcycle, but
You know,
I
one
also
of
like the pipes.
yeah.
Yeah, the pipes are really fun too. And there's so much you can do with it. And each time we're playing with it, it's like, oh, we can actually do this. You can actually do this. Over here, I decided to use two of them sideways and make an elevator shaft.
Let's zoom in. Let's go
Yeah.
check it out. Actually, well, actually, is that built? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we show?
All right, he's got it.
I think. Oh, you want to run it?
You should
Can
do
I
a
keep
Hell. No, go for it. You should do a Helldivers 2 photo shoot with sci-fi stuff. That'd be sick.
We were
have
just talking about
too many
Helldivers
other
2
things
today.
we gotta get through first. Maybe during the campaign we'll pop something off though.
Doesn't look
I
as
think
good
I think we have
front
some
on, but-
minis.
Yeah.
I think we have some minis that could
Yeah,
probably
easily.
pass.
What's the aesthetic of
For
the like the
Helldivers.
Helldiver mini? Like, what do they look like?
I think you know those models from Infinity that Hamster has painted up.
Yeah.
I think
That
that's
looks good.
pretty close to the Helldivers aesthetic.
What about the bugs you're fighting?
Oh, we could use the
Kree?
Kree, or we could. Oh, actually, we just finished painting up all the Nemesis minis, and they've got kind of some bug. They got some bug looking aliens. They got some bug looking aliens in there.
Ooh. They want to know about beans.
Of course, they want to know about
So-
beans. Have
No,
you done a
you-
Lancer photo shoot? Yes, some of the Lancer photos are out there.
Oh, they want to know about the origin of the beans. So
Got it.
It stems back to KS 2 or 3, where Stefan was not very good at keeping secrets. What's the opposite of very good at keeping secrets? Loose-lipped? Or
Bad
Keeping
at
the-
secrets.
Keeping the bag.
drunk on camera? I don't know. Just like would always
hide
just
in
say
bag.
everything that was like would reveal a thing. So I'd have these pep talks be like, you can't spill the beans. You can't spill the beans. Like, don't, here are the things. Don't say this. Like, we need some surprises, whatever. Don't spill the beans. And then, so then somehow I said it out there, we're not going to spill any beans, this thing, whatever, and make him a thing. So then people would start asking for the beans because they knew I was trying to stop. That was why I was the bean slayer. I was trying to stop the beans from spilling. Because it would be like day one. It'd be like, all right, here are the 64 things we have planned that are sending in day.
My favorite was when we just started working on Caverns Deep, like when we just literally, like, thinking up some new pieces, he goes and tells people that we're working on Crystal Caverns.
Oh yeah, that was like a surprise.
Well, the fun thing is, at least he's not even always. May said he's an open book, which is true, but sometimes he's just fan fiction. So like, what's really helpful is sometimes he'll drop beans that aren't even real,
yes.
and then people will come in expecting that we're making a piece that we're just.
Well, now he's a red herring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's delightful.
So now
Fan
it's
fiction.
it made it a lot easier to keep our secrets once it became clear that you couldn't always just trust what he said.
Yes. So let's look at this thing, Toby. What do you got? What do you got going on over here? What do you got?
Yeah. I was talking about it a little bit. It's
Or you
like,
want to finish this? I'll come back.
canon.
yeah, sure.
Stefan is part of the Omegaverse.
How does that even go on?
Oh, wow.
Some of these.
Sure.
So these are prototypes. So some of the biscuits are a little cantankerous, as it were.
Unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
Stefan's a lot like Ulysses.
He just spent
The
like
guy's not
42
named Ulysses.
years like wandering around, and then was about to get home and then fell asleep and then opened the wind and then
The
didn't
guy's
get there.
the guy's not named
Odysseus?
Ulysses in Ulysses, right? Is he? No, not Odysseus. Ulysses.
Didn't read it.
Me either.
The president?
Yeah,
Let me look
Ulysses S. Grant.
Yeah, there were a whole book about
Oh,
him
is it?
back in Greece.
Am I thinking of something else?
Are you
No, I'm
thinking-
not. Yeah, it's the James Joyce novel, not.
Yeah, not Odysseus, not
it's
the
him- but it's him
Homerian
doing-
epic.
It's him doing like the Odyssey. I don't know. Leopold Bloom. It's right because they literally They literally took that name for the producers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Terry, you want to talk about the Space Needle you're building over here?
Okay, yeah. So here is the little complex I put together.
One sentence.
What?
No, just keep talking.
Okay. I thought it was like interrupted.
It was, but
what was it? Yeah, so I wanted to build like a tall complex here. Originally we had something else here, but it was bean, so it's not here. So it's basically a big tower that has like gun on it, but then I want to make a like elevator going up to it. So built this out, and then it'll be fun to use the pieces upside down as like a track to be able to get your vehicle up on there and like offload your like space cargo. I don't know.
Space cargo, best kind of cargo.
Yeah, into your Space Needle. And it was fun to use the pipes and the catwalks in very different ways. Like you have the catwalk like cantilevering off here, so it connects to the elevator. There's pipes connecting things. There's catwalks surrounding the whole base of the complex here.
You know what we have to do? This is the sixth time I said it today. We got to put the little the stupid end cap things in all the open slots. We should do that while we go, so we can make this last forever. Where's the holodeck?
And this over here, it was fun to do. Have using the door piece without any insert in there, and having a pipe come out of there, so it's just kind of resting in there.
You might want to lower the f-stop.
Yeah, how about raise it?
Yeah, so it's like just.
Why are the pipes my favorite thing? It's the scaffolding of the campaign.
You can do so much with pipes. They're the most versatile.
It's one of those things that it's a very simple system that can just kind of stack on itself in a lot of
and then you can also like use it as like a support to so much.
So it's pipes. This is also fun that using the 45, right? This is a 45 degree wall, the diagonal wall, as a ramp. It's such a neat. I mean, it'd be a steep ramp. You'd have to drive a serious tank, but you know what? One of my favorite pieces was answering the earlier question. Look at this: is the barricades.
The barricades are very good
because I like what they do in terms of breaking the boxiness visual. Right, they're up here, biscuited on the side. You can use them sideways. Where's that? Oh, that thing's not gonna be here. Toby used them sideways as a platform to stand on. You could freestand them. They're just delightful. They had a nice pop of color.
I would show that, but I can't.
Yeah. It's got some stuff on it.
Yep. Sorry.
Big pipe pack. The pipes are going to be very easy to. So the way the campaign is set up, like we're going to have bundles that combine a lot of stuff together, kind of like in Lowtown, and then the component sets are going to be in kind of three categories. The core pieces, so like all the blue-gray like walls and corners and stuff like that. The catwalks, and then accessories. So if you want to just get pipes and stuff to add into, if you really don't want sci-fi stuff, but you want to add some piping, if you like doing Eberron campaigns or Artificer stuff, you can like go big on getting just stuff for like the pipes and catwalks, if that's the kind of stuff you want.
So this is so here's the fun thing that's been going on with these builds is we're run out of pieces, right? We don't have as many pieces as we'd like to just build everything. Like in a perfect world, this would all be, there'd be diagonal walls and floors, whatever. We just ran out of prototypes. So it's forcing us to do some interesting building bits. So in this case, we see here, it's inverted pieces biscuited together with floors. So it's inverted walls with floors to make this kind of raised platform for this octagonal room, this was a, Miles did this first story of this for another build, and it was all biscuited together. I'm like, oh, that thing is awesome, where he raised it using is the once again those barricades, right? So it's barricades inverted, lifting it an inch, so it's a nice variance in the height. I'm trying to put this around. So use that, and I wanted to raise that up even more. Popping that over here. The thing that having built a whole bunch with these, now the coolest part is, so all the pieces are 90% of the pieces are 360, right? So they've got like they've got texture on all sides. So there's exteriors and interiors on the core pieces. So you just end up flipping stuff around every which way as you're building. You end up, I don't know, it kind of frees up your brain on how to build. Like when you're working with a dungeon piece, you kind of pretty much always have to have it one way. It looks kind of odd this way. This stuff looks just cool in any different direction. So it starts encouraging some weird building, like flipping up floors and connecting with, or flipping up walls and connecting with floors. And I don't know. It's been very. It's exactly what we wanted the set to do. So it's been very satisfying to see it actually doing what we wanted.
Sorry, I'm going out.
And Eli did the one of my favorite bits on these. Oh wait, let's say we got.
Yeah, sorry, I was
Oh,
putting
good.
you there.
We on the sides of the pieces, the exposed. It's like I don't know, it looks like cabling or pneumatics, whatever it is. That side wires on these sides of things look so good. I just every time that I see the side of it, I'm like, ooh, it's such a neat. Like you kind of want to just expose it. Like we were looking at one of those pieces in the build where I was like, I had this neat thing. I kind of just want to leave this because it's so neat exposed. And Toby's like, yeah, you should just leave it because it looks really cool seeing those sides. Don't add anything else.
Yeah.
And then so here's the other fun too, because you biscuit stuff together, you can just move these things around in big old chunks. So this is a big old another octagon chunk dropped on top of that octagon chunk, and now you got a multi-level octagon chunk.
Another favorite thing of this system in general, that there's like so many ways that you go together. We're constantly finding new ways. Like it fits together. Like when I did this thing over here, like it's in the middle of I have the outer ring of this, but like
Get up, hang on,
yeah,
start over with your hand.
yeah,
I cannot see what wonders you are working.
yeah. So yeah, this is I built like a ring of like catwalks around it. It's like the center of like this mining thing, but yeah, even how this went together, it's basically you know, the corner pieces, the door pieces, but then on top of that, I'm using the trapdoor hole, so trapdoor floor, and then like the coreable biscuit things. Like they usually use it for putting pole accessory on like the all your biscuits.
You can like
Eggs,
hang a pole accessory off your wall or your accessory wall, or
Yeah, so you can have like the mechanical arm or like the gun or the antenna, but yeah, you use that to like hold this on top like that, and then 4 of the corner pieces fit perfectly into the trapdoor hole, which I just realized today. So it makes this really cool bit of pieces. And let me bring the outer ring I was talking about.
the outer rim.
I'm sorry, I'm walking in front of the camera again, but
Turns out you make a better door than a window.
Yeah, Mechanus is like a really good call for this too. Even if you're not doing a sci-fi world, if you're doing some plane hopping stuff, you could very easily work this into if you go to Mechanus.
yeah,
For some godforsaken reason you're playing Spelljammer, you could probably make it work.
so yeah, with that, then I built a ring of catwalks around it, and then I'm using ladders all horizontally. There's like I don't even know what it will be called. There's just like a rig for it, I guess. Like
I called it an eye catcher because everybody that looks at it goes, "Ooh, that looks neat. That caught my eye."
I think the thing that's really nice about this Finley saying the ladders really make it pop. And I'm like, yeah, I think the thing that's really nice is the 2 main color schemes that
Yeah.
the
exist in
center
this,
is
like just really work off each other. They have like very opposite like color values, which is something that like Hamster's like trying to do.
He worked really hard to find good contrast that felt like neutral background that makes a really nice stage for your minis that also had enough character that it looked cool on its own.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: yeah, trying to make it look cool while also keeping it generic enough that it's not like precluding you from using it in certain like circumstances. Like you could absolutely make like more striking paint schemes on a lot of these, but then it's like, cool, I can use this for one thing, and it would feel weird to use it for anything else.
Well, and that was the design challenge right there. He did some really, he did 12 different paint schemes or something, trying so many different things, and so finding that perfect thing that was generic but specific but cool but unique. It looks, every mini you put on this stuff just ends up looking cool.
Yeah, which we do have like a ton of minis that you could play with that are just all in this room. We've been prepping just a ton of minis from like a bunch of different games and worlds, and like what the shelves over on the side of the room are just full of them.
All right, so check this out. So we're gonna take I'll show you how you can transform. So this is gonna be like a big old structure here. So I just started with biscuiting together, 16 pieces, 4x4. Corners, walls, floors all inverted. Big old chunk. And then you just keep building up off the same thing. So like, I'm gonna kind of recreate where I was when I was building. Oh yeah, how did I do this? Oh, I see, because it's barricaded. We put this tape down so we could try and hit our previous marks. Theoretically, we're gonna happen to drift around anyway. So then you can just take more bits to break the right. These are just corners, biscuited together, flipped upside down to break the box. Make them throw some barricades up against them. Right, those barricades, once again, they just makes the profile so much more interesting. Also, you can just freestand these guys out, right? Make a little perimeter. Then you I started with like, okay, we want to pop a color, so put a couple of doors there. So they're not actually functional, right? Because there's walls here, but it doesn't matter for game purposes. You could just, say, okay, you're in or whatever, and then go into the interior map. But then they weren't high enough.
It looks kind of like a little grumpy mole person. Do you see it? Like the teeth sticking up in the eyes on the side.
These are the teeth.
Yeah.
Toby always wants to find the little robot critter and everything.
I think one of the things that is very fun is we've done a lot of builds in Office that have been kind of how to make like interesting structures out of this, just sticking things together to make it look like an AT-AT or stuff like that. And
you always want to make vehicles, right? Like it's just everything ends up being a little.
You can these pieces like make vehicles very well. Like it's obviously like we don't have like wheels and stuff, but like you can easily make a shape of a thing and just say like, yeah, this is this vehicle, and you can absolutely like see it.
Who needs wheels in space?
Yeah.
So then, I've also made out robot legs once by using the core wool piece and the mechanical arm. So it's like, it was like a little
four
lizard.
of them on a little.
Yeah.
The other thing is, so one of the design choices was to make the floors a 1/2 inch thick rather than our traditional 3/8 inch thick, which means that basically anytime you stack anything, you're getting back to wall height, or you can quadruple stack these to get up to wall height, or double stack to get to 1 inch and then put an inch piece on top. And so like the geometry works together so nicely because we're using everything is on either a 1/2 inch or 1 inch increment, that you're pretty much always just ending up back on 1 inch. So in this case, we put a 1x2 floor under the door to lift it up to get it back to this height, and then a little small step there. I can't like explain enough how amazing everything being on 1/2 inches is. Just like, no matter how you end up flipping up the stuff ends up lining up. It's like, it is so satisfying.
Because now every direction of the piece you use is a functional building block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GTO was asking if there's an Alien TTRPG because it would fit this aesthetic really well. There is. Free League has an Alien TTRPG. And then there's also the Nemesis board games, which we've been kind of playing around with. We actually have. We got it and we painted up all the minis. And it does aesthetically fit really well because Nemesis was very heavily inspired by Alien. Like it's not Alien.
I mean, it's a straight ripoff. I mean, it's
literally
the plot, the
Alien,
aesthetics,
I'll grab the Aliens. Like
it's heavily inspired is an understatement. It's a brutal. I mean, it's literally the part of everybody dies. If you're lucky, maybe somebody will survive and win. Aliens kill everybody. So over here, I was trying to do like using the interiors to make kind of some interior, even though we're doing all exterior. Yeah, check those guys out.
Yeah, like it's just very, it's extremely alien aesthetic.
Yeah.
They owe royalties to H.R. Giger. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Purdy. So we're taking once again, because everything's half inch, these are catwalks, just using them in place of the floors. So those all fit real nice and clean. I wanted to go up higher, so we flip this thing. How do I do this? Flip this thing upside down. Going higher, put a what do we got? That. Put these little things outside, and I think this is gonna open next.
Yeah, the prototypes actually don't have magnets in them. You're
Not
correct,
yet.
but the final things will, and we actually made the magnet holes part of the sculpts.
Yeah, if you like.
So
Yeah. if
That
you
was
see like that.
really early on. Eli's like, hey, if we show the bottom, it doesn't matter. We don't have to hide the magnets because this is sci-fi. Like, we can just make that. It'll look like part of a thing. So everything is sculpted in. Like, there's these little ports that are sculpted in. The anchor magnet has a spot that's going to fill right in there, and it's going to just look like techno nonsense. It's my favorite music genre.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Frida, yes, we are gonna be. There were two people who won the kind of guessing the Starforged name thing. I'm gonna reach out to you when the campaign starts because we can't like add the credit to your account until you like make a pledge, basically. So when the campaign's open, I'm gonna reach out to you guys so we can add that credit onto your accounts. I have both of you written down. I think it was you and Melvernus were the two. I'm pretty sure.
And congrats for guessing.
Yeah.
We like to do these nonsense games like impromptu. If you can come up with a thing, we give you a thing.
Yeah, it was I remember when we did it, it was like, because I think one of you said Starforge first, and then the second person said Starforged after, and it was like, well, the second person was technically correct, but the first one had the spirit.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's just do both.
We believe in the spirit.
Yeah.
So it's just like these are basically it's just like playing with blocks as a kid. You're just flipping stuff around, stacking it up until you find something that's visually pleasing, and then you throw a
There's so many spots like on our builds that like we're using, forward like regular direction, upside down, even sideways that we were showing with the ramps and like stuff like that.
There's no wrong.
And because of the biscuit placements on it, it's just better to use it sideways or like upside down.
Well, I think that's one of the neatest things. So this has been a fully digital project for us. Which is the first time we've done a fully digital sculpting project. And one of the neat things, like Toby, you will just go and like build a bunch of stuff in 3D, like test, what if I turn it sideways? What if I connect to this? What if I flip it on there? Like it just lets you very quickly previs and test, like how is this going to work in every direction with every other piece? And it's like, it's monumental.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages of digital, I guess, or early stage digital, especially.
I don't know if this is information you can already talk about, but judging from past series, are we currently looking at about $400 to $500 worth of pieces for that building? I'm assuming this one that looks like the guy with the eyes. We need to figure out where the cutoff is on the buildings. That's the main thing. I think for just that 3-story structure,
I'm gonna go grab a.
that's under 400, I think.
No idea. I don't know what, like, it's a weird hodgepodge
It's
of
got, let's see.
scaffolding.
That's the main thing. It's not made up of
No, I'm
exact
getting
stats.
the pipe.
Oh
stoppers,
boy,
yeah.
all the little fills.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, it's adding scaffolding, right? So adding scaffolding, space scaffolding. The what the heck are these things? The pipes and catwalks, space scaffold. So we can go up, up. So this is like, all right. So these are once again biscuited together. It's it's pylon upside down, or right side up, upside down, into catwalks, into stairs. Biscuit the stuff together. Use it as move it as a big chunk. And you can just sort of fly the bits around and move them around until you get them to the right spot. And this is super satisfying, right? A whole bunch of stairs to jump and fight on and do whatever nonsense shenanigans. All right, we got one more level.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that section would be.
It's at least a
under
mega
400.
core and a catwalk mega.
Well, I think it's
That's
not
500.
counting. I think it's not counting the catwalk structure. It's
Oh, just the
he's
building
asking
itself?
about just that 3-story, half-open
Yeah, it's
building.
probably a mega core.
Yeah. There's no 1x3 style evasive piece in this that we've noticed. A mega is like 350. Let me check that. I think our pricing's pretty final at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it
If
better
not,
be.
we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah.
Pretty sure it's around 350. I'll check the spreadsheet real quick.
What do I have here?
360? Okay.
Live fact checks on the air.
Yeah. 400 wasn't too far off. Yeah, I think it's like just under there. It's kind of a weird thing where it's like, well, I mean, if you want those 2 barricades, like you need to get a pack that has barricades in it. So it gets like
You
the
can
tough
buy
thing is
bunkers.
this isn't made out of packs.
We're just
you know, so
free.
yeah.
We're free building.
Core Plus Advanced. I think that is more mega than Core Plus Advanced, but I don't know. It's tough because I can't. It's got a couple accessory walls. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you could do something similar with a core, probably. I don't know. I don't remember what's in the count of everything. Like this was a fun exercise of just like trying to use up all the pieces as fast as possible, or not as fast as with as much visual variety as possible. The opposite of fast. It took us. But
Love this.
a day
The
to-
stair and platforms of metal. Would that be a set on its own? I believe
Yes.
that is the catwalk elevation pack. Let me check.
We've got the catwalk elevation is pylons and stairs,
And ladders.
and then the catwalk mega has a whole bunch of the stairs, pylon, the whole bit. The
Yeah,
real,
Yeah, the catwalk mega, or not catwalk mega. Yeah,
it's the catwalk and pipeline mega has.
I'm trying to remember, like, just the elevation pack. Yeah, just the elevation pack is pylons, terminuses, ladders, and stairs. So if you just want to get a bunch of those, like, if you just want to go high, we talked roughly prices a couple of weeks ago. We are going to be trying to post information. We're finalizing a lot of stuff right now, so we should be making some more information public on the GameFound page very soon. Because we're kind of getting stuff finalized this week.
Who's Stronghold D&D and how do they know my my VJ handle?
Oh, there's somebody you know. It's come up before.
Yeah, welcome.
Basic walls don't look hard to paint, but all those little details. That's the thing. Like, it's as hard to paint as you decide you want it to be.
It's not so hard to paint, right? That's
Yeah.
the magic. It's like, given his brother's hamster could do anything he wants, but he's trying to do something that's replicatable at the factory level, so they're not particularly hard to paint. But you could also get them painted and then add some zhuzh, or just do your own scheme and get as crazy as you want, which is what Chris said. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of, you can really go in on the details there. You can go nuts with doing contrast and highlights. Like, you can take it past what the factory scheme is. The factory scheme is designed to be something that is easily replicatable, because if they can't do it fast, then it gets very expensive.
well, if it can't
to
get
have them painted.
replicated, we're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, or if they can't replicate it, then we get a lot of complaints. Yeah.
The scaffolding is very easy to, should be easy to paint too.
Yes, the scaffolding paint is
Like
like
2 steps.
it's a base coat and then going over it with the metal. And then I think even the core pieces, it's like 2 steps for just the base paint scheme, and then it's going in with like
It's just
the color
it
for
just picks out like the
yeah, it's like go do the metal on the pipes, go do like the blue
the
on
reds,
those screens.
the blue.
Yeah, so like
the
really like the
sides
base
silver.
paint scheme is just, I think it's deep
Yeah.
lava and then this kind of blue gray blend. dry brushed over it.
Well, also what's been interesting about this one is the so because we were working digitally, we were printing out all along the way, printing out sculpts, and then paint team would paint them and give notes, be like, hey, can you push these pipes out? Like Hamster's like, hey, these pipes are too hard to paint without hitting the side. Like the factory's like, do it, push them out another 0.5 millimeter or something. So the details are generally easy to paint because we like adjusted the sculpts such that they would be easy to paint so that we could get good paint results. So there's been a lot of sort of back and forth to get some good separation on the areas that probably want detailing so that they'll be easy to paint. Okay, let's go over to, what do you got going over there, Toby?
I'm just filling the pipes and giving them the end cap, so you don't see as much of the biscuits. It's annoying because some of these are just talking about, you know, how, you know, there's the 2 different prints of them. Like sometimes it's for, you know, so paint's better. Sometimes because like things like the biscuits don't work as well. With some of these, I don't know, wall, here's an accessory wall. Right.
Where is it? This one? Wow.
Yeah,
that's
that
a
one.
long
Yeah,
way.
it came a long way.
That shot.
I'm just filling these up. I have a couple buildings left, but I'm going to put them on last because that has the bean we're going to show later.
Oh, people saying bean? Oh, yeah, they are seeing the bean. Okay.
Yep, they're seeing the bean.
Yeah. Are we allowed a detailed view of that bean today? I don't know what you're talking about.
What bean?
Yeah, what bean? You say something about LED tiles. Will there be any? That's from Rick, our friend in Germany.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Guten Tag? Wait, what time is it? It's night, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's evening.
Guten Nacht. Rick Wagner. Rick has been streaming German language DF as of, what, a month or 2 ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're trying to set up some stuff. You know, how do I... Let's see. Yeah, if you speak German and streams in German would be helpful for you, Drachenkloscher in chat, go ahead and follow his channel.
What's his name in chat?
Drachenkloscher? It's got to be dragon something. I don't speak German. I barely speak French. Some say I've struggled with English. There's blue bits in the doors window. Oh no, I already covered that. Kind of just keep up with all the questions. Can you say something about LED tiles? Will there be any? Oh, that was from Rick. Right, and I already read that. Large / full table interior, exterior targeting, 2450 painted. Tempting. Oh, right. That's the large bundle information. What on earth is that giant spear pylon thing on top of the scaffolding?
It's the Spear of Destiny.
Yeah, that's the Lance of Longinus sculpt.
It's we're doing our biblical line.
From Evangelion.
Yeah.
Notice the dungeon and lasers got pushed back to the 12th as well. Really?
Did they really?
Are we fighting?
Oh man,
Are we fighting dungeons and lasers?
they were supposed to launch the 5th. It was a week.
I mean, I completely understand. It's hard to get this stuff off the ground, and it is way better to push back.
This is the first time we haven't moved a launch date since.
I mean, we didn't delay Lowtown, did we? Wildlands pushed back a couple months. Lowtown
Everything.
pushed back.
Everything is
Did Relic
ever.
push back? Relic pushed back.
Yeah, everything.
If you count Wildlands Reforged,
Yeah, that's true, that
push
didn't-
back. I think
Did.
it was supposed to launch before Gen Con, and I think we ended up doing it like the day after or something.
Yeah, we wanted it a week before Gen Con, and it ended up being after.
Is it better to launch before a competing project? I think it's better to launch when you're ready. Dungeons and
concur.
Lasers does good stuff, and they do like a different kind of product than us, and
Yeah.
like I don't know that we're gonna really affect each other
This
terribly much.
This cavern thing they're doing is cool.
Yeah,
Like it's, it's pretty neat.
I think if they push back, it was likely because it was like, you know what, we need a little more time to polish up our product photos or something. Like you get so much. That first day is so important that like
Crucial.
if you need another week to get your stuff ready, like you should push back a week and get their stuff ready. Like it's I would assume that like they just needed the time. Let's see.
Sometimes we just.
Well, as report just shipping. Probably the last OTA before Starforge campaign starts. We're building. Oh, you're just
Yeah.
building other people in.
Oh, the latest news.
Let's see. We didn't delay load time after the last time the date was changed. We haven't delayed since launch.
Yeah, that's true. This time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think. No, I don't think it has anything to do with
Oh
that.
no! What I stepped on this one.
Let's see. Was there any question we missed? What core sets would give me enough to build a roughly 10 by 16 inch spaceship build?
Can you reset the camera?
I think a core and an advanced would give you that footprint. A mega would definitely give you that footprint.
Can you reset the camera?
Oh, did it get
It's
kicked?
you.
It got kicked. Okay, sorry, I was answering the question. Okay, we're back. Back in business.
The Mega Core once again will give you the most bang for the buck and most versatility.
Is there frame rate, Jack?
Looks fine there,
It
right?
feels like the frame rate's like slightly. What's the f-stop down to, or what's the shutter speed down to?
125.
Yeah, that'll do it. It was like it looks like it's shutter speed. Okay,
Better?
stuff is a little weird. Oh well. Is the twin laser doohickey in the campaign? It depends on
what's
what
the-
twin laser doohickey is.
But
Is that
yeah.
the
The
gun?
tri-barrel. Why don't you
Yeah,
show
yeah.
that? Yeah, show that
It's
thing.
the latest one. Yeah.
Toby sculpted that.
Oh,
Oh, it's gone.
I can just leave it on there. Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, it's
So
fine.
yeah, it's started as an anti-air gun, but I just decided it would be cooler as a turret. It's I think we're called the tri-barrel plasma turret.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it was called. Yeah. So it has 3 barrels in the front. They're all like triangles, so it's like 2 downward facing, 1 upward facing in the middle, is kind of recessed back, and like
But we all know the triangle is the most dangerous shape.
yeah, it has 3 sharp angles. You can stab someone with your cannon. That's what cannons are used for, right?
Bayonetta.
Yeah. Yep, and then like this originally was turbine here, but we decided to make it the colors pop, so it's like a bright energy chamber.
Oh yeah, that was a fun tweak. You had this turbine before,
Yeah.
and then
It was inspired by Eli's turbine,
yeah.
but then we decided, color is cool.
So 2 things real quick. Rabbit hasn't seen this before, which is
Hey,
pretty
Rabbit.
sick.
Hey,
I think you
Rabbit.
should show him just how creative you can get with the biscuits on this, like putting on the side of something, and just kind of show him how that compatibility works.
Well, show the inside. Show the underside. The 5-way biscuit
the
thing.
the
you did.
penta biscuit.
We did like a wild
Which one?
biscuit inside
On the can.
in the bottom of it. It has like a
Oh yeah.
it has a pentagonal
yeah.
biscuit array.
Yeah.
How many
And-
times you can say pentagonal biscuit array in your life?
So here, like if you look on the bottom, instead of just like, how, let's see, over here, it's like 2 biscuits to mimic the size of the pipes. This one has a pentagon or some, it's not even I guess it's still a
That's fine.
pentagon.
It's
If it's
irregular pentagon.
irregular pentagon. And the idea here is that if you biscuit it to the side of like, where's it good?
Maybe a pylon.
Yeah. If you biscuit to the side of a pylon, you can have it go on the side like this. And the bottom one here lets you do it if the biscuits are on a vertical array, you can have it like that. But the 2 diagonal ones in the front are so if you want to have it pointed upwards, you can put a biscuit in and then have it biscuit. Is there a biscuit? Let me just.
Yeah.
There's got to be.
Probably.
If you look on the GameFound page, one of the pictures is of this. One of the alt builds. I think it's the medium exterior.
Oh, here.
has like two cannons on the side of the building that are both just like pointed up at an angle. It's a very cool look.
You can
And
go
yes, it does look a lot
45
like armor.
degrees in either
So,
direction.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll put the biscuit on like this, and if I use one of the 45 degrees holes, you can do it. Wait, oh, let me, I think it will look cooler on the top biscuit, my bad. Yeah,
And the other
so
thing
you're
is
like
we're
that,
gonna need
and
a
then
giveaway word.
Oh.
now,
Hey, Amy, you
point.
just got here. What's the giveaway word?
Can you put two lasers on either side of a pylon? Yeah, he can
Okay.
then put
Yeah,
it.
you can.
oh yeah, let me,
Yeah, he can then put a turret on the other side of
Here.
that pylon, and it
Okay.
can just be like a double gun battery.
Yeah. And that's why Toby did the two different 45 ones, so you could have them both 45
Yeah.
on either side.
see?
Pentagonal
Oh, that's
biscuit
awesome.
should be the
That
giveaway
looks
word.
awesome.
Penta biscuit. Yeah, so like that right there, like that is just like that is like an anti-air like array, basically.
Yeah.
Ulysses. Oh wait, Dr. Evidence.
Oh,
always
Ulysses would
gives
be
us
pretty
the
fun.
Name the word, doesn't he? I feel like he's given us the last 4 words. It's fine.
Who?
Monty
who-
Pylon.
Ulysses.
Monty
like-
Pylon's pretty good.
Yeah, I love it.
Monty Pylon is very good.
Yeah, can we do that?
I'm down with that. Yeah, let's just
Yeah.
do Monty Pylon. We're gonna do it all one word because that's how this works. If you want a chance to win a $50 Dwarven Forge gift card, is it a digital gift card? So it does not matter where you live.
We
We'll
kinda
just
need
email
a
it to
double
you.
gun array in this
Type
build.
Monty Pylon in chat. You can build the AA gun buildings from Halo Reach.
we
Yes, you
have-
can.
do
You
we
know,
have
you
any
can
of those
3D print some Halo minis and everything. And actually, I think there is like a
Do
Halo
we have
game
any of these left?
with minis.
Pylons or guns?
The guns.
It's not an
that we
RPG. I
can-
think it's a
we can
board
reduce one.
game.
And I think there's
Let's
one.
check.
Yeah, maybe we should put a
Yeah,
or
let's
on
do
there.
it.
One of those, like, we should definitely put the
The
double.
thing is, it can't go on here.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna mute you. All right. Yeah. If you asked anything before we gave the giveaway word, go ahead and re-ask it after everybody types in Monty Pylon because I can't read anything anymore. But yeah, if you just type Monty Pylon in chat, it is not spelling or it's spelling sensitive, but it's not capital sensitive or anything. We will roll a giveaway in about 5 minutes for a $50 digital gift card.
Looks so good. Yeah.
I
How we
love that.
demoed that? That's our
Yeah,
thing
I'm
we had-
surprised.
That's the thing we need. We were trying to figure out things we needed to showcase in this build, and that's something that should be showcased. Oh, we showed some of the here's some fun bits we did over here. So this so we did just the same ridiculous, right? The scaffolding, high level scaffolding, just interconnected. There's a 290-degree turns in here to make it even more dangerous. Hanging out on a this is fun. We got accessory walls, 2 accessory walls right side up, 2 upside down on top of then 2 more on top. So it's 6 accessories walls to make this crazy stack, and then the barricades on the front to make a little tiny platform. So you could put you put your sniper up there. Somebody can live up there and cause trouble. Come on there.
How many tri-rotary cannon doohickeys is $50? Let me check the spreadsheet real quick. 'Cause
They're
they're in the exterior dressing
They're
pack.
in and they're in the bunker or the bunker mega.
Actually, you know what? That's a fun. Just stay on that.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying this looks like Armored Core. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Which we have mechs over there too. If you want to put mechs on there, for Lancer, BattleTech, or if you're doing an Armored Core inspired hack or something.
Is there an armored core?
There's not. Armored Core. Fun fact: Armored Core barely existed as a video game for a long time. The series did not sell well enough to keep going, and then
It came out on PlayStation when I was in college.
it's an incredible series. I was
Yeah.
obsessed with Armored Core 2. And then, it just didn't sell enough. And then they went on to do like Dark Souls and stuff. And Dark Souls
Same
blew up.
same
Same
company.
company.
Wow.
And so they blew up and all that. And they had Elden Ring. And it's like, cool, you have more money than God now. What do you want to
What
do?
other properties do we have? We've got
They're
Armored
like-
Core.
And yeah, I think Armored Core is like,
That's awesome.
their favorite
It was
thing. It's so,
just
like,
waiting.
Armored Core-
Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
yeah. So like Armored Core 6 came out last year. And like, it's suddenly getting all this attention that like it never gotten before. Because everybody's
He
like
was
obsessed with
building
Elden
all
Ring.
these mechs and the different chassis and
so
things. It
good.
was like, oh, it's so cool.
Good, and I've barely gotten to play it. But it feels so good. It's like it's the best Armored Core's been. I adore it. It's so good. Yeah. Let me look at the price for the set real quick.
We got exteriors on the outside, or interior bits on the front here, then just exteriors there with pipelines around, and those are accessory walls just out side by side. This is the exposed side that looks so cool, as we were talking about before, then two upside down on their heads, balanced on it with more on top. It's like, once again, it's just all basically a bunch of core pieces with some barricades and some pipelines thrown on there. Like, we're literally just using the same pieces over and over again with a few splashy accessories here and there, a few guns, a few bits, but it's basically all the same building pieces. You can just keep using them and building a variety of nonsense. Oh, speaking of some nonsense, what are you doing next? Are you doing your pipeline nonsense in the front?
I was doing pipeline, and the last big thing has the beams.
Oh yeah, I
so
figured
I was,
yeah.
in the meantime, I was just
Keep
capping up
popping
the
holes
yeah.
in the. Look at this thing. Oh.
Rabbit, it's looking like the exterior dressing pack is going to be the most cost-effective way to get multiple turrets. However, there is just like one in that pack, so it's looking at about like one for the $60 pack.
But he's probably going to want to get like a Bunker Mega or something that has it also.
Bunker Mega also comes with one.
So then you get it with those two.
So if you are getting stuff mostly to build like exteriors for your war games, just by getting Bunker Megas, which are like one of the core pieces, or like that's getting you like the core pieces and other stuff that like builds those external battlefields, you're going to be getting turrets that come with those. And then I'm not sure what the supply caches are looking like, but you might be able to get some.
There's no plasma cannons in
No plasma cannons, they're too big for that. Okay.
Hey, Rabbit, what do you want the plasma cannons for? I mean, besides the fact they're just like awesome laser guns.
They're going to be like phenomenal like set dressing for Warhammer.
A
Like
4-pack of turrets.
Yeah.
Wow, people are loving this turret.
it's a cool piece.
It is. Cool.
Like
What do you guys want for? I mean, besides just because it's a cool laser gun. I mean, that could also be the answer.
Wilderness Encounter says, I have to say kudos. It's really remarkable how versatile these pieces are. Can't believe how they work so many ways to make stuff so different. I feel like we really kind of, the team really outdid themselves when it came to just coming up with just wild geometry.
The hope was to give you as much, like, we didn't know how long until we do the next sci-fi set, so we wanted to give you enough pieces that you could build for a long time and be happy with, like, with what you were, with the toolbox you had.
I really hope we do sci-fi too.
Well, the best way to ensure we do sci-fi too is show up on day one and pledge early and pledge often.
A couple people are saying that the turrets are very good objectives. Good objective markers. For marking safe zones.
They're like the exact same size as the little marker nubs.
Which makes sense. Like thinking of that, like if you just did.
Oh, that's a cool.
I wonder what a pack would run that's just like 2 turrets and 2 bases.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a thing like, like we're kind of locked in when it comes to like additional packs. We're really locked in for launch, but over the course of the campaign, one, we'll see how well the campaign does, right? The better the campaign does, the easier it is for us to make additional compositions. And 2, we'll see what people are asking for and potentially add some compositions based on that. Tyler's really trying to make sure that we don't make any compositions that are going to hurt us, though. So it'll be a thing that we have to like check the numbers for manufacturing and all that.
We don't want to slow down. Like we are ahead of, like, we're ready to go into production on this thing. Like Tyler's done a whole bunch of work to be ahead of everything. So like basically we're by the time the pledge manager is closed, we're gonna be ready to be manufacturing everything. Like I think we're gonna set ourselves up to deliver definitely on time, if not early. Who knows? I mean, there's a 1,000 steps between here and there, but we're, he's been really getting ahead of the whole production process, so we don't want to do anything that's going to throw a curveball into that. But that being said, tell us the things you want and love as the campaign goes live, if we want to react.
Rabbit's saying a pack of 2 objective pieces would be cool. So yeah, if we treat them kind of like the planar pylons and wildlands, that's something to think about. Because I think outside of that, the other thing people have kind of asked for that we're hesitant on but thinking about is like a pack of just like the inside corners, or like the corner fills. Outside of that, I don't know. I really feel like the compositions kind of cover all the bases really well.
Here's what I'm gonna say about the corner fill. First of all, it's an amazing piece, right? This little guy is
I love that thing.
An absolute all-star, right? You could use it all the time. It's very useful, very versatile, goes everywhere. Like Toby discovered, it fits inside the trapdoor floor perfectly. Again, Eli did all the geometry matches up, so there's a logic. It's maybe not even intended, and there it is. But I'm gonna say, having built with a bunch of these actual sets that we've put together, you will tend to have a lot of, if you have a sizable amount of pieces, you will have a sizable amount of those little corner fills. Like, I think you're going to be hard pressed. Like, I usually hard pressed to use all of them because you just end up with a bunch of them, the way our compositions are put together. Like, I don't think you're going to need a pack where you've just got like 16 of them.
Yeah.
Because we really, they're in a bunch of packs because they're super useful.
Yeah, that's the main thing. They are all over the place. I think that the turret is going to be hard to get in, like, it's going to be a harder piece to get in high multiples just because it's not like a basic building piece.
Yep. Well, we didn't want to
yeah.
drown people in guns.
Yeah. We've got enough of that already.
Bump.
Let's see. Will the sets appear on the site before launch for us to view? Yeah, we're kind of in like the review process for a lot of stuff right now. We're gonna try to get some info and even some videos up before launch. We're just seeing like we're trying to just get everything through review because we don't want to put it up before it's actually finalized. So we need to have the graphics all ready and buttoned up. We need to like have everything actually ready before we set it live. But we're trying to give people a heads up and a preview of things before we launch because the more information people have before launch, the easier it is to just put your pledge in right away. Because, you know, with GameFound, like, you actually select the stuff you want instead of just a pledge level. So that extra education goes a long way, I think. The giveaway is not cap sensitive. It's just spelling sensitive. Speaking of which, I should probably...
Give it away.
Roll it. Give it
Roll
away.
it.
Give it away. Give it away now. All right. Let's see.
Thank God.
Cyberhawk 999.
Woohoo! Congrats.
Cyberhawk 999. Congratulations. You are the proud owner of a $50 Dwarven Forge gift card. I'm going to whisper you right now. Just got to get the email that you use for your Dwarven Forge store account, and then we can attach it to that account.
So I'm trying to make a little walkway between these two buildings. So once again, just flipped over two accessory walls, biscuited 2 floors in there. I'm putting 2 multi-modules under each of them. We're off by a half an inch because the multi-module is 1.5 inches, but short step, boom, gets us there. Then if we want to dress up the front, I'm using the ever popular little the inside corner. Remember I said you're not going to need like 600 of them because you're going to have, well, but seriously, we have, the packs are replete with these little guys. Like they are there. I think they're in a one of the supply caches. Have we told people about the supply caches?
We've said that we're doing it. I guess actually we could go over like the plan we have for it.
Yeah, so the current plan for stretch goals is twofold. One, we're going to unlock new sets based on our financial milestones, right? So if we get to certain amounts, we can make some of these more expensive molds that we're holding off and make some wild stretch goal pieces, which will be available for purchase. Let me move that for 1 second.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh, so you see the little, those guys make such a neat little profile.
Yeah.
So we'll unlock some sets and some of the more expensive pieces as we go. And then similar to Lowtown, we're going to have what were treasure chests. Sort of the new iteration of treasure chests are supply caches. So there will be 4 different flavors of supply caches. Every $500, you can get a supply cache. Every $2,000, you get a bonus one. So if you spend $500, you get 1. $1,000, you get 2. $2,000, you get 5 for the bonus one. And there will be 4 different flavors. But what we're going to do is we're going to fill them up. One is going to start already full, so you can see it. And then each Friday we'll release, we'll show you what the next one is. And so there'll be 4 flavors by the end. They'll all be full. You guys see what they all are. We'll just unlock more flavors as we go for you. Does that sound exciting? Ooh, I haven't.
Cyberhawk, are you on? If you're listening, are you on the Discord? Because Twitch is making me want to like re-verify the account before I can DM you, and that's frustrating. And
Re-verify our account?
Yeah.
What? 'Cause
Cool.
we-
Can you actually just DM me on Discord with the email that you use for your store account, and I'll set it up that way, because Twitch is not letting me whisper you right now, and I can't get the. I think Mace is indisposed right now, and she has to give me the password.
Indisposed.
Yeah, Mace is drunk. No, I think she has a class on Wednesday nights.
Yeah. She said
Yeah.
she posted she was doing something.
I blame Mace logging in earlier. Maybe that was it.
The call's coming
All
from
right.
inside the building.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll get you set up. Just message me on Discord and we'll get you set up.
All right, Toby, do you want to go do your thing? 'Cause I just realized I have that over here, so might as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yours is a cooler version of the thing. Liking.
Okay, did I miss any questions? What new paints are there for this line? Has that come to be known to you? We're debating whether we're looking into seeing if we can make a base paint scheme, or if we can make a new paint that's just the base paint.
Starforge blue.
For these core pieces, because that's like the only mix in it. It's mostly just existing paints, except Hamster did make a new blue-gray mix. For like the gunmetal color on the core pieces. So we're seeing if we can make that in time for the campaign. But yeah, that's the only potential new paint with this.
The rest you can do with what we've got.
Yes.
Was it
Like the
deep
supply drop
lava?
idea? Did you go over the whole supply drop idea?
Yeah.
I got sidetracked with that whole thing. Did you explain like how we're thinking about revealing the new supply caches?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the supply caches should just be like a simpler to understand version of the treasure chest we did in Lowtown, which I think will make people happy. 'Cause I think in Lowtown we just got a little complicated.
And you just the same thing. You get to choose your flavor. Choose for however many you're eligible for. Choose the ones you want and go.
And I mean, in terms of like doing alternate paint schemes on past pieces with this stuff, not likely. Just because like it's a whole other thing we got to manage stock for and everything. I wouldn't say never, but it's not likely.
I don't think we're gonna do an alternate paint scheme yet. But who knows? If this thing goes through the roof next, if we do Starforge 2, maybe we'd have re-release some of these in an alt or something. Or I don't know. Let's see. There was no shortage of good paint schemes that we had.
Doing the alt paint schemes in Caverns Deep wound up being a massive headache that we're still unraveling. So we're a little hesitant to on using LEDs. Yeah, like that's what I mean is I don't think that's likely. Just because it creates more of a headache for stocking things and all that.
Yeah.
And also just with the way it's sculpted, it should be easy to do yourself, but we're kind of hesitant to jump into alt paint schemes unless there's like a really killer application for it, I think.
Well, it's hard enough for us to keep one paint scheme in stock.
Yeah.
That's just small.
It doubles the effort we have to take to keep a certain piece around.
All right, Toby, you want to beam us in?
Yeah.
What do we got here? Ooh, what is this?
Yeah, so just a little.
I want to pull focus on that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're showing that. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We're running out of stuff to build.
What'd I tell you?
Yeah, so this is a little bunker, but importantly, if you look over here and here,
What is it?
these are our.
It's hard to tell. It's not really lit very well.
No.
It's
the best kind of bean.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing is my favorite piece is a piece you can't see.
It's the window walls, but
It just gives
these are
them enough
upside
of a
down, but-
taste.
After all, that's a window wall.
yeah. Window wall.
Yeah.
The wall. But yeah. So these are the window walls. They will have like a slot on the side to be able to put window inserts in, similar to Lowtown.
Lowtown window inserts.
Yeah. So
Space window.
this is upside down here because I'm using it as a bunker type of thing. Yeah. But Yeah. So this has an insert in the front. It's hard to see, but it's like, when
Is it centered? Baby, it's all window.
It's very centered. It's as big as it can be.
It's more window than wall.
yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. It's,
Yes, window insert.
and then over there we have it showing the interior side.
Oh yeah. Let me do
Yeah.
that. Surprised nobody's called it out when we were.
What?
It was in that thing I was putting on the table, and I didn't.
We might not have just gotten a good look at it. That, or we might have just missed it in chat as well.
Fact.
Um,
Very, very true.
yeah, give it a little luma so we've got some. All right, well, bye.
Over all the
Yeah.
way back under. There's the interior side.
We could just put it on auto potentially. No updates. Frida, I talked about it earlier when you asked before. We're gonna reach out to you when the campaign launches because we can't add the credit to your account until you have what was I thinking?
Until you
actually have
the project needs to be live.
Yeah, until we actually have you, we actually have your GameFound account like attached to the projects, we can't add the credit. But we're gonna add you and the other winner. I think it was you and Malvernus. Both got it. So we're just gonna do the. Did we say $100? What did we say?
Yeah, $100.
It's either $100 or a core set. I can't remember what it was. It was one of the two.
I think it's $100. We didn't
Yeah.
even know what the sets were at the time. Right? We were.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. $100.
Yeah.
Dwarven cash.
Yeah. So we're gonna reach out once the campaign is
Dwarful.
live because then we'll be able to actually set it up for you. Right now we can't really set it up. But yeah.
So
Don't worry. I got you guys written down.
window walls are not in the core sets. They are going to be a stretch goal, but they will be in a pack all by themselves. So if you want to add some window walls to your core set, you can just buy the window wall pack.
Mm-hmm.
Ka-ching.
How many are we doing? 2 window walls in there, or
I think it's 4.
4 window walls?
Yeah.
And then like a bunch of inserts to go with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be at least, I think it's 3 different flavor inserts. I don't know. We're still working on it. We didn't look at this platform. We didn't actually look at this thing.
Yeah, none of our stretch goals are baked into core sets. And we're not going to create we're not going to do the Lowtown thing where we like make new bundles with them necessarily. Although our plan is to do like the all-in bundle in the Pledge Manager, which takes whatever stretch goals we unlock during the campaign and includes it in a bundle.
Right. We learned our lesson to try and not do it in the middle of the campaign because we don't know what we're gonna unlock. So we're waiting till the end and we'll put whatever makes sense in there.
Yeah. So if you want a bundle that includes the stretch goals and stuff, that'll be available in the Pledge Manager because we want to make it based off of what we actually end up unlocking. Yeah.
Right, so what do you got over there, Toby?
We were looking at the windows before, but this is a little like another bunker thing. I'm using the walls upside down, and which are biscuited to the accessory walls right side up, and then we have the pipes coming out of here, like connecting to like a vertical pipe in the back with using the trapdoor insert as a platform on top, and then using pipes in the back, and then barricades as like a railing there. We have the ramp here. And these are fully adjustable. And then over here we have a catwalk coming out.
Such a Toby thing.
And then we have the I was talking about the corbel biscuit filler piece earlier, but
It's a little pole accessory holder that sticks into the biscuit slot and has a little pole accessory hole, so you can basically hang your pole accessories off any of the biscuit slots.
Yeah. But
of course, Toby.
yeah, but I can't just use it normally. If you take 2 of them and take a pole accessory peg, you can peg them together and make a hinged like attachment point as biscuit on both sides, so you can make catwalks have any angle you want.
It's amazing.
And that connects to a little platform has the crenellations with the barricades on top.
Yeah. So this is Toby. Basically, becomes with a peg with a pull with the the peg in there, you can just basically hinge it to any angle.
Yeah, it's the lighting's a little bit hard, but yeah,
Yeah.
standard. It's like this.
Build a giant Star Destroyer. That's a really good idea.
I was thinking like once these are like nice and not prototypey, you can use them between those to make like legs for a mech.
Of course you.
Yeah, I want to make a AT-AT.
Yeah. Is a popular ask.
Yeah.
Popular ask. Finley's asking does the little blaster fit through, what did he ask for?
Does it fit through the windows like blaster ports?
Yeah.
It's probably will be too big. Yeah, the little blaster is pretty small.
Yeah.
You should be able to stand it up and
cute
poke it out of the window.
This little guy would definitely fit through there.
Yeah,
It's
you need a
gun
way to
ports.
stand it up, but yeah.
We could put it on a, I don't know where even the right thing would be, but yes. That's something we could display at some point. It would look great on the side with a bunch of little blasters coming out of it. In fact, we have more blasters, don't we? You can stick some blasters.
Should I grab some
from outside.
blasters?
Yeah, see if you can accessorize.
Okay, I will blast.
Blasterize.
Well, the stretch goals
Hey, can you
require
grab one of the arms too, the articulating arm?
well, the stretch goals require as high an investment to hit, since the expectation that Starforge would be a little smaller in scope and piece count. I mean, yeah, we're not planning our stretch goals to go up to 4 million. You know, like we're
6 million.
we're planning. Yeah, we have adjusted the stretch goal distances to, well, one, just actually match like the investment that it takes, because we need it's a lower investment overall in this campaign, because we don't have to make nearly as many molds. But yeah, no, the stretch goal targets are lower than what you saw in like Lowtown and such, because it's a smaller campaign. in
Well,
scope.
we have a 1/5 of the pieces or something
Yeah.
too.
What
Helps.
else is there? Why start on a Tuesday if the first day is so important?
Good question.
We just really wanted to celebrate Liza Minnelli's birthday.
Is it Liza Minnelli's birthday?
Yeah, I googled March 12th events.
That's amazing.
It's National Girl Scout Day.
Cool. We can have some Girl Scout cookies.
National
to
Plant
celebrate.
a Flower Day.
Space flowers.
Yeah. The Knicks are playing the 76ers. So we know people are going to have nothing to do that day.
Wow. It's like a football joke, I think.
That's basketball. All right.
Whatever.
You got to know the New York team.
Yeah, but yeah.
All right.
Sports ball thing. Well, we normally launch on a Sunday. We wanted to try launching during the week and see what that feels like. And launching on Monday is bonkers because it just means you end up having to work through the weekend to get ready. So at least we could. I mean, we're probably going to end anyway, but Tuesday gives us a little more breathing room to get it up with the theory. I guess that's the preferred launch day. That Tuesdays is like the day when everybody launches. Apparently, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a weird. Because on the weekends people will be out. I think the main thing too.
Multi-module.
I don't think.
Put them on a multi-module.
Yeah.
I don't think
It'll be so
people
far back then.
are necessarily sitting
But
around.
they'll have the pegs, so you can't.
Uh,
You could take.
I don't think people are necessarily sitting around, just kind of like waiting for the campaign to start and like having to like set their like whole day and stuff aside. So I fair, but I think the day we launch probably isn't as important as just kind of prepping people ahead of time. Like there doesn't seem to be any like drastic difference to like success based on which day you launch.
Oh.
The near Earth asteroid rendezvous spacecraft landed on the asteroid Eros almost 1 year to the day of entering orbit on March 12th in 2001. Wow. That's a fun space fact. Oh yeah, and I guess the German Dwarven Forge stream is on Tuesday. So that'll be something.
Yeah.
Guess they're gonna do a space launch countdown. Oh, that'd be fun. We can probably make something for that in After Effects.
Oh, that's funny. We are T-5.
We'll just wear all the weird space outfits that we got laying around.
T is time, right? Is that the
T minus?
yeah?
Probably.
Somebody in
Makes
chat
sense.
knows, I'm sure.
How thin are the slots in the windows? Could they have a few places on the inside of the window with a pull accessory sized hole, perhaps, to hold the guns? think that would make the
Actually, if it's the same size as the slots in Lowtown, it will probably fit perfectly. Because the Lowtown slot is pretty. You know what?
we will be doing a launch stream. Yeah, like we'll be streaming for like a half hour before the campaign goes live about, and then run for probably an hour-ish after launch. That's generally our tradition, and I don't see any reason why we should change it for this one. So I think we'll do that, and then we'll probably do like an evening check-in OTA style stream where we'll probably go over any stretch goals we've unlocked or anything at that time and anything else. That's usually what we do with campaign launches, and I think it makes sense to do the same thing with this one. Glad we have Liza Minnelli fans in chat. Oh, well, it's Syl, so that explains it. Everybody left me. Again. How are you guys doing? Are there any other questions that we haven't covered yet? Outside of you guys just wanting to see, I know you wanted to see more details on the window sculpt. I'll try and bully them into showing the rest of it. Or maybe we'll say that if you want to see the rest of it, we gotta unlock that stretch goal. Who knows?
So check this out. So we got a Lowtown window wall
Oh, cool.
with a slot.
Might want to zoom in. That's probably fine.
Although I guess it's an upside down, so I don't know if this one will work. I guess if it's upside down, it would work.
You might want to zoom in.
No,
you-
because the slots are from the side for this.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any. Yeah, so maybe it's not going to work. So yeah, I take it all back. Even though it does work, you could put blasters in your Lowtown windows.
But you can do this.
But because the slot, so the slot on the window walls comes from.
They were wondering if they could get a better little look at the
Node.
window wall, or do we want to?
Oh. Quick, pan away, pan away. Let's go close on the node and check it out. The what is it? Oh, damn it! I stepped on the.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
It's like so sensitive.
There we go. That's the best look you're gonna get at it.
All right, so this is a. Oh, we didn't put.
Yeah, they've been debating this piece for a minute.
A minute? That's it. We should make them
Well,
debate
like a
longer.
week.
All right, so this is the. What do we call it? The turbo dynamo. Oh, this isn't even the. Hang on, this isn't the final. Do I have a final one? Let me get the final. Revised scope.
Do we want to tell them exactly? Do we want to? Well, I guess we'll see what you have to say.
Dynamo turbine. So Eli did a lot of crafty things with this. The big chunky boy. So it's one of the few. It purposefully doesn't fit on the nice 2x2 cleanly. It hits lots of increments cleanly in clever ways, but it's like 3 inches long, I think. And it is clean. What is it? 1.5 inches wide? I don't know. It works in half-inch increments, but it's some weird sizes because we wanted it to not be like everything is sort of so square and so 2-inch base. This thing was supposed to be kind of break that a little bit. So the idea was this thing is a piece of gadgetry that could be a variety of things from a jet engine or a turbine or a reactor or a super powered pump for your pipelines or whatnot. And what's fun about it is, well, first of all, it's 360, right? So you can put it in any orientation. It works every which way. But it's got ports. It terminates in 1-inch circles on 4 sides. Bum, 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 bum. So you can run pipelines against it. You can run a terminus against it. You can put 2 of them side by side for like pod racing.
This is pod racing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to.
You can put it up on and against the, so it's like you can't see that. It's against the side of the building down there vertically. You can put it sideways. You can build your pipelines in and through and across it and around. The terminus fits really nicely against it. Like this guy fits really nicely against it. The pipe caps, you can pop the end cap on there to cap off any of the things that are exposed. And it has a pull accessory hole on the top, so you can attach a blaster to it, or an arm. I don't have a blaster. The arm to it, or a little blaster, or the neutron antenna, or any of the small pull accessories. Like this guy. All right. And then because everything ends in a little the 2-inch the 1-inch circles, you can pop, like you can put any of your 1-inch stuff looks really nice up against it, or else it can just terminate up against a wall. It's a fun. This is our first stretch goal piece, a big chonker.
And so yeah, if we hit that, that is going to have a pack on its own.
Yeah.
Which is really just kind of the approach that we're taking with most of the stretch goals is unlocking a new pack, basically.
Unlock it, and then you can add it on. And it doesn't mess with any of our core set compositions. Good night, Rick.
Okay, what else do we... Here.
Yeah, we could probably
Mod the firepiece from another quarter.
Yeah, for sure.
You could probably sit... You could make the fire just sit on it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Or attach to it. That'd be a pretty easy mod to do. Liking that, can see multiples being wanted. Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's the thing. There are very few pieces here that I think wouldn't work in multiples, which is also just kind of our design philosophy.
Well, I was worried we were going to be giving people too many of the tri-barrel plasma turrets, and people are clamoring for those all alone, so that's a good sign.
They're very striking kind of set piece.
Dude, it looks awesome. Yeah.
You could probably put the... You could use the side biscuit holes to put the guns on the side of that thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What pack do stairs come in? They're in a couple. I think the main pack, if you're trying to get a lot of stairs, would be the elevation pack, most likely. Oh no, there's like a pack that's just stairs, right? There's like a metal stairs pack.
Stairs and ladders. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a number of ways to get stairs because they're useful for a number of things.
It's one of those things that if you don't use stairs, you don't need a ton, so we didn't jam them everywhere. If you want to use a lot of stairs, we have packs so you can get a lot of stairs. I think our packs are very sensible this time around.
Yeah, there's a pack that's just...
Yeah, it's a metal stairs pack.
4 short stairs, 2 full stairs, and 2 biscuits. Solid pack.
Doesn't it have 2 ladders?
Fairly cheap as well. Or did it say 2? Yeah, 2 ladders.
Yeah.
I mean, two biscuit insert ladders.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. Do they have LEDs? No LEDs so far.
All right, so we could put this guy.
Let's see. What do we got? We can paint any of the existing LEDs in this scheme, maybe. Yeah, you could probably like make some of the. It's wild.
The thing is awesome. You can mount that on the bottom of your. And there's no actual way to mount it per se, but
you could use. You could use a terminus hanging down to.
I mean, you could mount from these sides.
Yeah,
I wanted these. I wanted to like glue these. The thing. Yeah, you could have like you could take pipeline and.
But wait, there's more. You can add
like
the tiny gun to that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
The
got a
pull
little.
accessory
Yeah,
hole.
Toby's going for the.
Yeah. You can never have
put
enough
a.
guns.
You can also put a little blaster in the middle there. So
That's really cute.
the extra.
That's just like the autocannon. Yeah. It's like constant. Or like the machine gun that's just constantly firing. Like,
It just never stops.
Weak
It's
stuff.
the tracer, so then they.
Then the
save it.
tri-barrels are like slower but stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you can put the arm, because it looks like it has a camera on it. So it's like the sensor.
Oh yeah, you can put the little sensor arm on it. Oh yeah, now
Yeah.
it's like a hunter-killer drone.
Yeah.
Oh, and that can use that to like
Yeah.
grab things. It just like hovers around and like picks things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a fun
The
little.
little blaster is the tracers
Combo cannon.
to then lock in the plasmas. Makes a
We
lot
need
of
some kind of
sense.
flight stand you can put it on. Yeah. Somebody will find a way. What's the design philosophy behind the completionist pledge this time around? Whatever we unlock. I think it's the main. We're not going to work on it until the campaign closes and do it for pledge managers so that it includes all the stretch goals. We've got a large bundle that's going to give you at least some of every sculpt in the campaign, right?
Yeah.
The large bundle's got everything in it. And it's basically just this fills just a math. I think it fills like a 2x3 very easily. We've got 3 different alt builds showing different things you can do with it, and it really kind of does everything. But it doesn't have any of the stretch goals.
We have the Uber all in with everything, but we won't have it until the pledge manager because we don't know what we're gonna have yet.
Yeah. But we're gonna make like the real all in is gonna appear in the pledge manager with whatever stretch goals we unlock.
In sensible numbers.
Yes. Close up on that blaster. I think we looked at the blaster.
The little guy or the big
one or
guy?
the little guy? Little guy, we got to get pretty close to the camera because he's a
little
tiny
guy.
guy. He's struggling.
I don't know where I put him.
I took it back.
Oh,
You gave it back to me.
go show the people what they want. So they
Where
can't see that.
Yeah, I don't know where. I can put it in. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it on the table. I'll go to you.
Okay. I don't know where to put it.
Come back a
Well,
little
it
further
just-
if there's some light. Like
Yeah, right there.
Man, that is a really small.
Yeah, it's just on that. It's gonna have a pole accessory, so you can put it on like your barricades or like anything that has a accessory, like the what's called the corbel.
the Corbel, the multi module has a pull accessory slot in it.
Yeah, the power unit.
Yeah, so you have a little droid, a blaster droid. Oh, you gotta show. You gotta do.
Yeah.
Do we have one that doesn't have a thing on it? Here. This guy. It's such a fun little gag. Like.
An engine and 2 blasters for sure. Well, it should be pretty easy to get those.
Oh.
I feel like we're probably gonna unlock the dynamo turbine. Like it's
Yeah.
our first stretch goal. It's a very possible first day unlock as well.
Yeah. Depending on who knows what the trajectory on day one's gonna be.
We genuinely just don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like I think that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing. This campaign's gonna be a first for us in a lot of ways, and I don't know. Yeah, we don't really know what the pacing on this is gonna be like. We don't know what the final numbers are gonna be like. It's hard to use a lot of our old models for this situation.
Well, also, I feel like the times are changing and crowdfunding's changing, and like it doesn't hold up the same way.
Yeah, so it's this sort of little power unit thing. It has a pole accessory going through it, and also a pole accessory on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. The light there, that's better lighting.
Gone reliquaries.
So it looks like a little robot that you can put something on top, but also like you can put it at the end of between pipes. You
Yeah.
can put it under the plasma cannon.
The little energy unit is an absolute all-star. The thing, it just goes everywhere.
Just adds a little bit of a flavor.
And it looks
Yeah.
like a cool little droid wherever you
Yeah.
put it.
Let's see.
Little arm thing on here, and you can also it's on the other side as well, so you can. I don't know what this is, but yeah, hard to see with the lighting, but
Did we?
there's a
My
couple of
dwarven
them.
reliquary is forging a gun. Just put that on top of the. Actually, what size? Is it like an inch? Is it like an inch circle insert on top of the reliquaries?
It's not in circle.
No, but
It's
it would
under that.
fit. This would probably fit on top of the
I
door.
think it's 3/4 inch. Yeah.
Or 5/8.
You can use the stone plug inserts to put any of the pull accessory
Yeah.
pieces in there, though.
Yeah. You put a little blaster on there. For sure.
Well, technically, the gun also has a pull accessory hole, so you can.
If I had to guess,
Put
your
that
day one
on
can be pretty
anything.
strong. I think the real unknown is what happens after day one. The interesting thing we saw when we did Wildlands Reforged was it didn't leap out of the gate right away to the same way that Kickstarter will, like in the first couple minutes. And I think that's largely because on Kickstarter it was always just click the pledge level,
Click and go.
and then you're in like 10 seconds. With GameFound, it's like put your pledge together. So it's like go select the things that you want, take time doing that, and so like
Well, some people had to make their account first too.
yeah, so they have to make their account first. So it's like a thing like it just takes longer to put your pledge in than on Kickstarter. So we don't have that like, first 5 minutes like massive rush, like we did on Kickstarter, just because like the system's a bit different. But we found that like without us really doing anything, the day-to-day momentum on Wildlands Reforged was higher than we expected. I think because people were actually able to browse. So it's kind of just whenever various people were having time to actually go through and like think about what they wanted and like put their pledge together and all that.
You go web shopping.
Yeah. Because I think with Kickstarter, it's more of a spend 2 minutes to put your pledge in. And then I think with GameFound, it's especially with the way that we have it set up, like you take your time, you're basically shopping.
Yeah. Well, that's what's going to be amazing is you're going to be able to just check out all the sets. It's just going to be like a web store. You get to go browse around, check out all the sets, you get the details, see what's in each of them, like add them individually to your thing. Like we don't have any pledge levels. Like you just literally go shop for the sets that you want.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hey, that in
you
the
know what
back-
percentage of people that followed back the GameFound?
That
I
looks
think
like
we
a
had that-
dancing robot in the back. I just realized.
Which one? Oh yeah, it does.
He's like, bah, 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 bah. He's like-
Dance with dance.
He's like, yeah, exactly. He's doing that. Can you?
Wait, it's like
Oh my god.
it's all the way around there.
Yeah, I don't think we have the numbers on exactly what percentage of followers backed, because I think we aren't. We don't like have the information when you follow the campaign. We don't get your information off of a follow, so I don't know if we can really. I guess what we can do is with the follower gift, we'll see how many people were following before the campaign.
Yeah.
Because it'll be
See
how many
were
people
converted.
are getting that follower gift applied.
Yep.
So then we'll see how many of those follower gifts end up going out at the end of the day.
Yep. And that can give us an idea.
Yeah. So I don't know. We might have that info, but it's tough because like with even with Kickstarter campaigns, like you don't get like a massive percentage of the true follows converted
No.
usually. At least not when you're like advertising. You get a higher percentage when it's just people who are kind of a core audience. Like if the only people who knew about the campaign and followed were people like on our mailing list who are common customers, I think our rate would be higher. But since we're advertising and trying to get new people to see it, a lot of people who aren't familiar with us are following all these campaigns, and they're less likely to convert. But I don't know. We're trying to get as many followers as possible, just because that's every follow is a chance to get another backer.
Yep.
So
And maybe they'll come check out the page. Maybe they'll see what they like. Maybe they'll watch a few videos and pledge.
I don't think we're gonna lose anybody for not having like the completionist bundle during the campaign, really. I think the large bundle is going to be enough of an all-in that it's like, yeah, because the large bundle is going to have literally every launch piece in it.
And we'll have a bundle in the pledge manager that has all the stretch goal pieces, so you could just get those two and go. We should probably put some language, maybe not on day one, maybe on day one. We should probably put some language about our intention for the completionist on the page.
Somewhere,
right? 'Cause
yeah.
it's going to be an FAQ. Like it's going to be a thing that people are going to ask.
We could make a very brief section on the page with an anchor link that just says like completionist pledge ? We could just say like the all-in pledge right now is the large bundle. In the pledge manager, we will make a new one that also has the stretch goals in it. If you want an all-in, just go with the large bundle for now, and then an upgrade to
once we see what we unlock, we have this thing, and you'll know all about it in the pledge manager. We should do it's an easy hyperlink, right? All in pledge ?
Yeah.
Put a little bit of text there.
Yeah.
And then it's super clear to people what the intentions are.
Yeah, we should maybe talk to Tyler and Letitia about it before we decide on it, though, and just make sure.
Oh yeah, of course.
This is not. Yeah. They have time.
But it's going to be a thing people are going to start asking once we launch. There's no question about it. So we should get ahead of it.
not so much lose. More people might do a minimal pledge, and we'll top it up later.
Yeah.
It's tricky because I think there's also a lot of people who would figure out their pledge later on Kickstarter. Generally, I think a lot of them are more likely to actually put stuff in during a game fan campaign because they can actually just select the sets. And so if they know they want some things, they can just like select them now and then add more in the pledge manager if they need to. And, I don't know. It's interesting. It's a different system. It's a different approach, and I think just because we're not. If we had a simpler pledge structure, the way that like a lot of the board games and stuff on GameFound have, where it's kind of a basic, a deluxe, and then like a completionist bundle, I think we could still get like that really big like first 10-minute boom. But it's just not the way that our product is set up. So we tend to be a slower burn, but a pretty strong. We're getting like a stronger middle section than we did on Kickstarter, at least going off of Wildlands Reforged.
It's better to give you. We want to provide packs, like let people get the pieces that they want, the pieces that they're going to use on their table, rather than force you to get, I don't know, a bunch of like force you to get packs based on we've got here are the 6 pledge levels, and that's what we got.
I put a gun in the window, by the way.
Nice.
It's on the side. With,
Sideways. Yeah, with
yeah. But I have to use a stair, a short stair to like prop it up. Yeah.
But we've discovered what we need to do in order to put guns in the windows. The people want guns in the windows.
Yes, IME, you'll be able to change until the campaign finalizes. You'll be able to change your pledge as much as you want. Like you're not charged until the campaign actually concludes. And then even in the pledge manager, you can still change your mind and say like, I actually don't want this stuff, and just put that credit towards other stuff instead. Just like Kickstarter, you can always just change what you're getting.
It's super flexible.
Yeah.
Any questions about what they're seeing here, or other questions about the campaign?
Boom. Look at that. Let's see. Wow, look at that spread. Yeah. This stuff is...
Try to use all the pieces.
The silhouettes that you can do building with it in exteriors are really impressive. You just want Zariel's Flying Fortress. We could do that. That'd be a fun sample to work on during the campaign.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun compatibility. People would enjoy this.
Can I get a window wall tour? I came late.
I probably not.
Nobody's seen the inside yet. And I don't know.
Yeah, we might have to leave a little mystery until we launch. Man, the end cap biscuit inserts prototypes are awfully cantankerous.
Yeah, because I used all the easy ones. I'm sorry.
You monster.
Yeah, I accept this. I am. You know what? I'm proud of being a monster.
Yeah. Humans are boring. Monsters way cooler.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it. Ooh, here's a good. Also, I think we demonstrated a little bit tonight. The biscuits it's so fun to be able to just biscuit these chunks together and move them around. It's very satisfying.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Here, do you want some?
You found a good ones?
These are like out of view, so I'm removing them.
The invisible ones? Yeah. Oh, look at these. These are like butter.
Wait, is Rebirth out tonight?
Wait, what's happening?
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, is that out tonight?
I heard it came out like, oh yeah. Either like.
Oh, it is. Oh, it comes out. Wow, they released it on a leap day. That's wild.
It comes out tomorrow?
Yeah, apparently midnight tonight. Oh man, yeah. I'm not gonna have time for it until after the campaign.
I still need to finish the first part.
Remake?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so debating. I mean, I know I'm gonna want to play it. I had extremely mixed feelings on Remake, and I know that as it goes on longer, I'm gonna be more annoyed at Nomura. But like, There's gonna be stuff in it that's just really fun, anyways. It's the thing with remake. There's stuff that like really annoyed me about it, but like
You're
there's
gonna
also
have
stuff that's very
fun.
fun
You're gonna
about it.
play it. Be honest.
The dude doesn't know how to tell a story, but like there's a lot of just fun, weird stuff in it, and it's like it was enjoyable. I think we lost Toby's mic. Yeah, we did. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I ran out of battery. I can set you up on something else real quick. Go over here.
All right, as we get ready to sort of wind down and sign off, are there any final questions? Because this is our last time we'll be on air until we launch. Anything else anybody needs to know? You got a little glimpse of the window wall. You got a little nice detailed view of the power, the what is it, turbine? The heck is it? The dynamo turbine.
Yes, dynamo turbine.
What else? Any other?
You're just not turning on. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
You will be back in 2 seconds. Okay, come
Where
put
do
this
I
on.
start?
Just slip this on your pocket and clip it on. Like don't worry
If
about
I
the
knew nothing about the
cable on this
campaign.
one.
No diagonal window wells. If you don't know anything about the campaign, it's sci-fi, multi-purpose sci-fi terrain in Dwarvenite. The sculpts are 360-degree sculpts, so you can use all sides of pieces. So you can use the same pieces to build interiors and exteriors and mix and match. Very versatile. Everything's designed to be used sort of on all sides in a bunch of different ways. So it's our most sort of robust collection for a lot of free building. Good for both war games and RPGs, from skirmishes to full-blown battlefields to all sorts of RPG encounters, right? From spaceships to star bases to the ship crashed in the Barrier Peaks. Everything, all the pieces are available in component sets. We'll have bundles that put together a bunch of component sets with a little baked-in discount. You can get whatever sets you want, and it's really fun. And don't sleep on the catwalks and pipelines, because that system makes everything.
Also, they have been cataloging a lot of the info on the Discord. So if you check on the Sci-Fi channel, there should be a thread in there if you look at the threads. I think as Ed set it up, kind of cataloging all the info they have.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Have we ever mentioned how awesome our community is?
And there's also like a photo channel specifically for Sci-Fi stuff on there as well. So you can see just some more stuff of this in action.
And you can come see it at Adepticon. If you're around, we will be there with a bunch of these prototypes.
Yeah, the Wildlands Reforged shipping emails will look just like the ones that you get from us for like store purchases and everything. They're coming from us, not from GameFound. They're coming from our warehouse, I guess I should say. Following the general shipping protocols that we usually use.
Yep. And be patient. We're just starting with a small smoke test, so you might not ship for a couple weeks, but it'll still be ahead of April.
Yeah, we're hoping the whole thing will take around 2 weeks, but we'll see. Depends on how quickly the warehouse works. There's a lot of large pledges for them to gather up and put together. Crazy cool compatibility with pipelines and the Oblivion Nexus. Yeah, that's a really fun build. What else do we have here? No diagonal window walls.
No.
The window wall you're looking at is maybe in the future. If this campaign does well, it's like, cool, we can justify going in and expanding more sci-fi stuff.
We have some ideas for that.
Yeah,
Some
there's a lot of stuff.
already.
Yep, we have some sculpts, a whole set of them.
All right, let's get one final pan across this thing and get out of here. So,
Let me remove all the.
Yeah, just a Windows Kickstarter for GameFound campaign.
Windows of the future.
Yeah.
Windows 2000.
Well windowed.
Hi, I'm Clippy. Welcome to Windows. Is Clippy in Windows or he's in Word, I guess?
You have a 70-pound
Yeah.
reforged order. Wildlands, especially the escarpments, gets heavy very quickly. Are utility wall cabinets available separately?
What are utility wall
Are you
cabinets?
talking about the
The
accessory
multi-module?
I think it might be in the accessory.
They're talking about multi-module?
I don't know.
The multi-module is in a bunch of, it's in the core sets and in a bunch of places.
Yes, yes. Is that yes to the multi-module or the accessory wall? We gave two options.
Oh, look at that. Because the rare razor blade, you can.
Y'all gotta start selling stuff to store all this terrain.
Limited
I don't know if
edition.
we could handle another product.
I mean, people somehow.
We can barely handle the one we got. Oh, you're saying yes to Orion. Never mind. Ignore me.
I love the double gun on the
Yeah,
pylon.
that was a good idea. Thank you, Internet. Oh, did we do that thing? Yeah, we cross. Yay!
The multi-module. It won't be on a pack on its own, but it comes in a lot of stuff.
It's in a bunch of places. Oh, we lost a.
What did we lose?
I lost a little guy.
Oh,
The
he
half
fell.
inch fell
Yeah, I
out
see.
there. The thing was clipped.
I'll
It's
fix it
ruins.
once.
Pipelines, so fun. Look at these pipeline shenanigans that we do. All right, I think we showed everything. All right, we'll see
Probably.
you. We'll see you in 12 days or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah. Like 12 and a half from right now, something like that.
That's a screenshot for the Discord. Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Jazz hands.
It's not very
Thanks
surprising.
for hanging out. We appreciate all the questions, all the excitement, whatever. If you didn't make a GameFound account yet, make a GameFound account so you're ready on day one, ready to dive in. And can't wait to launch this thing up. We got a bunch of fun videos for you to check out. We have the page is beautiful. Letitia and Janet have been crushing it with stuff. It's gonna be fun to show it off, and some stretch goals to unlock. You've seen the first two pieces. We got a couple more after that. Literally only a couple more after that, but we'll.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go home.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
See ya.